How about some useful strategies now for this particular writing section? Well, first of all, be aware of the various writing test instructions before the actual test day. There are some things to remember for that day. For example, that test takers are not allowed to write their essay in the test booklet. Test takers can only use a soft number 2 pencil. Their essay may not be scored if it is not on one of the given topics. And some more preliminary instructions. Being aware of all these instructions beforehand will help to better focus on the writing test on that day, and probably also gain some time. One more useful strategy for that day: listen to the examiner and read along the topics carefully. Remember that on that day the examiner will read both topics aloud. So, carefully read along while listening to the examiner. That might help you to better understand the topics and not risk diverting off topic later. After reading the 2 topics, it would be wise to reread them before deciding which one to write about. Make sure you make a wise choice, though. That is, make sure you choose the topic you can write about. Choose the one you feel linguistically more comfortable with. Choose the one you can develop, the one you can expand on, the one you can display how rich your language is. After you have carefully chosen your topic, yes, underline keywords. This will guide you, remind you of the various aspects to be developed, highlight what you need to stress. This will also help you stay on track. Here is an example of 2 ECPE topics. As you can see, a few keywords have been underlined in the first topic, which revolves around body language and spoken language. Clearly, the underlined words here are all keywords related to the topic chosen: body language, spoken language, etc. So yes, underlining keywords may help you, guide you, remind you what aspects to refer to, and to help you to remain on track. Anything else to be done before starting off writing the actual essay? Yes, make a plan, or an outline if you like, a plan of your essay. Think of how you will organize your ideas. Why make a plan? Well, among other reasons, making a plan will give your task a better structure, will make the various transitions from paragraph to paragraph smoother, will make your text even more forceful, etc. Something the raters will certainly acknowledge by awarding you an even better score. So be smart once again. And remember, a plan does not have to be sophisticated. It may simply consist of what your introduction will refer to, what the main body will also include, and finally, what your conclusion will end up with. So, your plan does not have to be detailed. You don't have much time for that anyway. All right, you've just started putting down your first words now. Anything you definitely need to remember? Well, yes, you will naturally have to write an introduction. Your introduction will have to refer to the situation, but you will have to refer to it using your own words. So remember not to copy from the topic. Rephrase the topic using your own words as much as possible. Also, don't forget to include a clear thesis statement. That is, in your introductory paragraph, make sure you state the main idea of the essay, as well as, perhaps, your attitude, stance, or approach to that idea. Lastly, remember your thesis statement may mention the main points that will be discussed in the body of the essay, but that's not compulsory. So you decide when the time comes. The next point worth stressing now relates to topic sentences. Topic sentences are those sentences that state the main idea of each paragraph, so do include them to even better guide your reader. Also, analyze and explain your opinion using examples. Examples help the reader to better understand what you mean and make your text even more informative and interesting. And make sure you write clear paragraphs without mixing up information. Actually, you won't be really mixing up information if you have already made a good plan. Remember, paragraphs are basic units of organization in writing. Some more things to bear in mind while writing, just to be on the safe side. Refer to all aspects of the topic. If the topic, for example, is about body language and spoken language, make sure you refer to both of them, not only to one of them. That should make sense. Support your points with details and examples, as stressed before. They will make your text even more informative, interesting, and also more forceful and credible. Make sure there is a smooth flow in your text and appropriate connection of ideas. Try to use, for example, a variety of linkers, such as firstly, then, what's more, on the other hand, etc., but make sure you do not use them too mechanically. Try to also use both simple and complex structures accurately as far as possible. Remember that one of the essay's rater's criteria relates to grammar and syntax, and to how flexibly you can use a wide range of syntactic structures. Naturally, try also to use a broad range of vocabulary, making sure you avoid repetitions. Finally, mind memorized language. What I mean by that is use language that really fits in the given context. Do not blindly repeat phrases or expressions you have memorized, taken, for instance, from an informal context. One more useful step while writing your essay? Well, remember to start writing your conclusion when the examiner gives you the 5-minute notice. As you may know, 5 minutes before the end of the writing section, the examiner will inform you that there are 5 minutes left. That is a very useful signal reminding you that there's not much time left and that you should start writing your conclusion if you have not done so yet. So yes, that's a most useful signal. Take advantage of it. By the way, remember that in a conclusion, we do not normally include new information. Just state the main points of your essay without mentioning any new information. Let's suppose you have completed your essay, right? Then what? Well, proofread your essay and make sure you have answered the topic question. Try to spot mistakes in grammar, vocabulary, spelling, punctuation, etc., and correct your mistakes. Remember, the more mistakes you spot and correct, the better score you'll get.